अमेरिका ने सिर्फ एक ऑपरेशन ईरान में 14 बंकर बस्टर बॉम्ब्स और 30 टोमाहॉक मिसाइल्स यूज़ की। सिर्फ उन बॉम्ब्स और मिसाइल्स की कॉस्ट से ना, डू यू अंडरस्टैंड लखनऊ जैसे शहर में कितने सारे वेल इक्विप्ड स्कूल्स बन सकते हैं और कितने सारे बच्चे फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट पढ़ सकते हैं। अब देखते हैं कि ये जो 6 दिन की वॉर हुई थी इनिशियली, उसमें क्या क्या हो सकता है। 7 B-2 stealth bombers, 125 military aircrafts, 14 GBU, 57 bunker buster bombs, and 30 Tomahawk cruiser missiles. 3 Iranian facilities were targeted: Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. अब शॉकिंग बात सुनते हैं। Each Tomahawk missile costs around 2 to 3.6 million US dollars. इतने में स्कूल्स कितने बन सकते हैं? एक डेवलपिंग कंट्री लाइक इंडिया में अराउंड $300,000 से $500,000 के बीच में एक सिंगल गवर्नमेंट स्कूल बनता है और ऑपरेशनल होता है, which means $90 million which was spent on Tomahawk missile that could give you 300 new schools. सिर्फ Tomahawk missiles की कॉस्ट में it could give you 10,000 new classrooms and also employment to thousands of new teachers. Also, America dropped 14 GBU and 57 massive ordnance penetrator bombs. Estimated cost is around 3 to 8 million US dollars. So the total spending was 49 million US dollars. Want to know what's the crazier part? The crazier part is that the bombs were the cheaper part of this. A single B-2 which drops these bombs is around $2.1 billion in costing. 7 B-2s participated that night. That means over 14 billion US dollars worth of aircrafts were there in the sky. The combined value of these aircrafts is much higher than the GDP of several countries. According to the military cost estimates, the first 6 days of the Iran-US war costed upwards of 12.7 billion US dollars. I am not talking about millions. I am talking about billion US dollars, 12.7 billion US dollars. Let's just understand one simple thing. One modern hospital with a lot of equipments and a lot of modern facilities costs around $50 million. So 12.7 billion US dollars would give you upwards of 254 new hospitals with best of facilities. So a school costs around $300,000 to $500,000. $12.7 billion would have given you upwards of 42,333 new schools. If a scholarship for a student costs around $3,000 to $5,000, can you understand? 2.54 million scholarship would be given and the students would be able to achieve their goals free of cost. And if you compare it with providing houses to people who don't have one, it takes around $100,000 to build a house. 1,27,000 new houses would be created and the people who don't have a house would get one. Analysts also estimate the long-term costing of this war to be upwards of $1 trillion US dollar. Do you understand what 1 trillion actually means? Most of the people would not be able to even count till that. If you keep on counting 1 second from the time people built pyramids, still 1 trillion would not be completed. So the world military spending has reached a staggering of 2.887 trillion US dollars in 2025, which is the record highest. Global military spending has increased by 41% over the past decade. Now let's not talk about the politics and the political opinion. Let's take it in a practical way. Smart investor asks just one question: where is actually the money flowing? When geopolitical tensions rise, oil tends to become volatile. The inflation increases, defense spending increases, defense budget increase, gold attracts attention, and also energy security becomes an alarming important thing. The middle class usually feels the inflation, but the wealthy class make sure that they start following the trend. Financial awareness is just about understanding where the money is actually flowing. And understanding that it will affect the pockets of all the people who are living in this world, but actually how can they cater it? So to sum it up, 12.7 billion US dollars were spent, and even if half of that was spent on education, maybe the next Einstein would be created. Maybe there was a new cure to cancer that can be done, or there is a breakthrough in the technology sector. But instead, humans tend to make sure that they are able to flex their power. And that's why financial awareness really matters. Because the government is going to spend a billion, a trillion of dollar on war and other unnecessary stuff. But at the end of the day, who's going to pay? The citizens, through taxes, direct, indirect, through fees, and also through inflation. The next war may happen kilometers away from where you live, but the bills are going to find a way into your pockets some or the other way. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and also share it with someone who can understand the problems this war is going to bring. Send it to your WhatsApp groups now.